Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. My name is Denise Hutchins. Oh, and I left my speakers on my computer, so hold on a second. Don't want the reverb. My name is Denise Hutchins, and I'm broadcasting to you from Studio Mikarts. It's Friday, which means it's time for Chibi Friday, and we have this drawing already started from a couple weeks ago. It's Chibi Moon Night! Yay! Oh, yay! Oh, Exie! You set it off! You set it off! Do you see that? Ah! Thank you, Exie! It's perfect timing because this is a gift. This drawing is a gift for Exie. Hello, Exie! Isn't that awesome? Twitch sent me a notification about it after the last stream. So I've been setting it up, and I'm so happy you set it off right away. The little Twitch alert right here. There's like for when you subscribe or like a donation to the charity fundraisers made and stuff like that. Little stuff will pop up here. So yay! How are you doing? Hello! I still love seeing the little Chibi Ranger in there waving at me whenever you use it. Ah! Okay, for anybody else watching, like I'm just like way off track. I'm so excited because I spent so much time setting that up. Anyway, today we are going to ink this little Chibi Moon Night. And I think we'll probably have time to color because Moon Night doesn't have very much color, so it won't take very long. I may even finish this today, but of course I'm not going to rush it. We're just going to see what happens. Oh, excellent. I'm always happy to see, to hear. Well, I'm not really hearing. I guess seeing is correct. To see that you're doing well. How are you? I am good too. I just had a great productivity meeting with my youngest sister, so I'm feeling all jazzed up from that. And yeah, it's Friday, so. Oh, Wolf! Yay! Look at, there it is! Yay! Oh, thank you, Wolf! Thank you, Wolf! Yay! And there's a little happy ranger in there! How are you, Wolf? I hope you're doing well. It's been a while since I've seen you in the chat. I hope you've been having some nice holiday times, or at least some relaxing times in this, as we come to the close of the year. Oh yeah, and as for me, I'm doing great because it's Friday, and I'm not sure, but I might be watching Loki with my sister after this, so I'm trying to get my pens out, and I'm knocking my phone down instead. Yay! How fun! Friday is the best. I love Friday. I love Chibi Friday. Oh, great. I'm so glad. Thank you, too, for both doing stuff that set off that thing that I was fine-tuning it up until the last minute here, too, today. Oh, that's okay. As long as you're doing well, I think that's what's important. Plus, being busy isn't necessarily a problem, because it depends on what you're busy with, but I think it feels good to be the right amount of busy. So I have nothing to do, then I just get all lethargic, and I'm like, I don't know what I gotta do with myself, or whatever, so hopefully it's that kind of good kind of busy for you. I'm going to start inking because there's so many tiny details. I might even go smaller, but I'm going to start inking using the size 02 of the Micron, Sakura Pigma Micron pen. So 02 I think stands for 0.02 millimeters, or is it 0.2 millimeters? Anyway, it says 02 on the end, so. Starting with the hood. Okay, I was confused for a second because I used the two different reference images to draw this, so I can tell the parts where I added details because the other reference image was better for the face, but then I think the other reference image had all the details for the body or something like that, but I'm just trying to remember what I was doing with my sketch here. Yes. Something I like that I learned from one of my how to draw manga books about inking is that when you ink your lines, you do not have to connect each line perfectly. You can leave a little space. And ever since I learned that, I actually like to use it for effect as well. So Moon Knight is all dressed in white, so having those extra lines in between, I feel like makes it look a little lighter even though it's black ink. Man, I still feel all excited from seeing those stars bursting on the screen. Oh, look at that octopus! Hold on, let me look at this. That is so cute. Oh, it's a squid. It's a squid. It's hard to tell which cephalopod it is because there's actually only 2 arms on there. Look at that thing. I love it. That would be cute to make sometime. A ranger emoji that's like the front of her and then just like in the back, and then you put them together and it becomes the whole thing. Maybe I could do that sometime. That squid gave me an idea. Thank you. Wow, I don't know if you can hear it, but my PC is where I stream from. It's over there. The fans are suddenly blasting. I guess it's because I'm streaming now, so there's all this stuff it's having to do. Hopefully it's not too loud. I have my reference images up, but just looking to check, but I think I'll just ink this without really worrying about those. Just ink the lines as I see them on the page here. Moon. Try to get that nice exaggerated crescent moon shape. What is this character from? Well, it's Moon Knight from the show called Moon Knight. It's a Marvel Cinematic Universe character. Of course, he's originally from the comics. His first appearance was actually as a bad guy in Werewolf by Night. Not in the show, not in the show on Disney Plus, but in the comics. I know all this stuff because I read the Wikipedia about Moon Knight because I love the show so much. I still have on my Christmas wish list, they released a Moon Knight Omnibus Volumes 1 and 2. But they're quite expensive, so no one has gotten me them for Christmas, even though they've been on there for a couple of years now. But if you have Disney Plus, I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite shows. It's so good. I keep having to adjust my drawing when I'm flipping it this way because this clip is in the way. So flip it all the way the other way so that my hand doesn't. So it doesn't hurt my hand or anything, but it makes my hand in an unusual angle, and that means I don't have as much control over the inking. And this is actually also the Moon Knight version of Moon Knight. I won't say any spoilers or anything, but there's another version known as Mr. Knight. And I'm going to try once I've got the coloring on, but he's all dressed in white, so I don't know if it'll work, but I was going to use colored pencils at the end to try to make it look like his eyes are glowing, because they put the special effects on in the show to make his eyes like glowing bright white. All the lore. Yep, I could not get enough, but I could not afford the omnibus. So Wikipedia is, thank you Wikipedia. I always give my little $3 donation per year to Wikipedia because every few months I just go down the Wikipedia rabbit hole and read about all kinds of unexpected things because I'm like reading about this thing. Then I want to know what this thing is, either because I don't know what it is or I want to know more about it. And before I know it, it's been like 4 hours. Like back and back and back and back and back to finally get to the original article I was reading. This kind of happened with Moon Knight. There's something really interesting, I think, about the development of Moon Knight as a character, or I guess as a comic franchise, or whatever you'd want to call it, is that the people who wrote his comics wrote about all kinds of stuff, and it was completely incongruent with each other and everything. That just ended up being part of the character, and it totally works. Like, they used that, sort of, in the Disney Plus show. Again, without saying any details or anything, but I think that's really cool. I love learning about how stuff is made. Okay, now I'm on these really teeny tiny details. I think I'm going to finish I don't know what you call this. It's like a crescent moon weapon that's on his chest. And he can just literally pull them out, as many as he wants. But once I finish, I'm going to switch, like I thought, to the next smallest size, just because these lines are so teeny tiny and very close together. So I'm going to go to the 01 size for the body. And I'm doing my best to ink as if these are strips of cloth rather than a single unit with just like some lines on it, so that hopefully it gives it that texture, that like mummy wrappings texture. Okay, here I need to remember these are supposed to be crisscrossed, but I just drew the lines, so I got to not over ink here. So this one's on top, this one's on top, this one's on top, this one's on top, this one, and that one. There we go, nice. And then this part that I super love, maybe I needed to go even smaller. It's teeny, teeny, tiny. I'll try to show you the part I'm talking about. Camera, will you autofocus? Nope. Okay. There. Well, that's at least better. Okay. This teeny, tiny little crescent moon on his arm guard. I'm going to the smallest pen I have, which is the 005. And I've got to use the very light hand because these are so small, it's really easy to ruin the tip of the pen. There. So I think I'll go back to the 01. And these have got crisscrossing bandages, I guess you call them crisscrossing bandages as well. Boop. Woo! One arm done. His chest, well, his pecs and one arm is done. Okay, rest this part. Yes, okay. Okay, and this arm. I looked up what this is called and I already forgot. Well, I say already, but it's been like a couple weeks, I think, since I last worked on this, but can't remember what this armor is on the arm. Looked it up and everything. All I can remember is pauldrons for some reason, but that's a shoulder armor. Alright, both arms are done. And just finish the upper part of the body. And we can draw this cloth that is wrapped around his hips. Gauntlet. That sounds right. Gauntlet. Yeah. Oh, that's a glove. What about bracer? Is that for... I don't know. Can't remember. Oh, that's it? Yay! We work together to figure out stuff that goes on the arm. I don't know if you saw it last time. There's another one of those. Oh, thanks, camera. There's another little moon right here. So I'm going to switch back to that 005. Oh, that reminds me, I'm so happy. I got a book while I was in Portland for the JLPT. Went to Powell's used books. Well, it's Powell's books, and there's used and new books there. I got a book that has the information that I wanted on a previous stream, listing all the names of the parts of the Japanese style swords. So now, whenever I want to know that... Oh, sorry, thank you. Next time I want to know what the sword's parts are called. I've got the book. It's right there in front of me. It's called An Illustrated Guide to Samurai History and Culture. Now I need one for this kind of stuff. Arm shin guards. Yeah, I think that's what I was calling it. Last Chibi Friday, I was calling it the wrong thing, and I realized that it didn't sound right, and then I looked it up. Oh, I forgot to switch back from the tiny pen. From the tiny pen. Oh well. I'm just gonna stay with the tiny pen because I already did the rest of the legs in tiny pen, so. That's okay. The legs are the tiniest part of the body on my chibis anyway, so it works. This is so small. I feel like I have to open my eyes really wide in order to see it. So I'm thinking about his eyes. I think I shall ink them with this teeny tiny pen as well. Oh, I might have an even better idea. I think I might use, if I have a small one in here. Oh, it's 08. That's kind of big. I was hoping I had... What's this one? I think this is black ink. Maybe it's not. Hold on. I need a scrap paper. Oh, sweet. This is like a gray. I think a warm gray. I don't even think you can see that. Well, whatever, it's just a scribble. Anyway, I'm going to use this instead of black ink to ink the eyes, the shape of the eyes, because that way it will help with the, hopefully, with getting across that these are bright, shining, white, light eyes. So glad I had a small one, because I didn't want a thick one. I think that that would defeat the purpose. Sweet. This is Winsor & Newton brand fine liners. Water resistant. Okay. Eraser. Time to erase all of this graphite, and then it's time to color. And we're not even quite halfway done with the streams. There's a really good chance that we could finish this today. Because like I said, Moon Knight is basically all dressed in white, or you could call it like light gray. Oh, I just realized I didn't put his cape on him. Guess I'll do that after I... Okay. I erased that part, and let's put his cape on him. Okay, where's my pencil? And it goes down, all the way down to his feet. And yeah, okay. This is basically comes out like, it doesn't really flow out, at least not in the reference that I used for this pose. It's not like flowing out or something, it's just kind of draping back off of his shoulders like this. Right? You need the cape to be a superhero. 5%. So specific. There's this one. I'm actually going to take it farther out than what it is on the like actual human actor, because for the chibi I feel like it actually helps with balancing out the giant head. So we'll just draw a few lines and draw little curves at the bottom to show the waviness of the fabric. There, excellent. Wow, I'm glad I didn't forget that. Oh, yay! I'm glad to hear it, because this one is for you. Yay! Though you picked my favorite characters, so I'm really, really enjoying this, just on a personal level for me. I've been wanting to draw Moon Knight fan art for a while, but I just don't have time to draw fan art. Because there's so many other things that I do with my free time, like play video games, so... Wow, my computer is still blasting the fans. It's definitely not bad though, because my older computers were like, PCs were like, the fans were so loud you could not hear anything else if they were really running hard. This one, it just kind of sounds like a whooshing sound. Oh yeah, I think the eyes look really good with the gray ink. Okay, I'm also going to erase the negative space around, because inevitably I always track graphite off of, from the main drawing. So erasing that, and it makes it look all really nice and clean and even and presentable. Okay, so I'm done with this kneaded eraser. I'll go in and check for any little fine-tuning erasing areas. I'll do that with a plastic eraser. Okay, what size? Probably this one. It's a Tombow Mono Knock 3.8. I don't know exactly why it's called Knock, but I feel like it had to do with the fact that it's quiet. It's like, even though it's a click eraser, when I shake it, it doesn't like, there's no sound. Okay, let's see, it's right here, look good. And I love the Tombow Mono eraser line because it has that, it's made with this plastic that sticks to itself, so it's really easy to just pick up all the little eraser bits at the end. Alright, I'll it right here. I feel like I especially want to get this nice and clean with erasing because there's like hardly any dark shadows, any dark areas on him at all. So hardly any stuff that would hide remnants of graphite. And once you put the marker down on the graphite, that's it. So notice it later. Try to erase it, it's not gonna work. I know from experience. It's not the end of the world or anything, but it just bugs me. I think that happens with most people with their creations. Everyone else is like, oh, that's the coolest thing ever. And the person who made it is like, I made this mistake, and I made this mistake. It's hard not to do that. Okay, swiping all of the eraser stuff into trash can. Oh, there's one more little piece. Yay. Yeah, I think it looks good. Let's start coloring. No, wait, no. What am I saying? I wanted to finish this outline. I'm so excited to color it. Let's see. I am done with this kit, though. Oh, I can put this back. Here we go. Hooray, I'm so glad I had that gray pen in there. Makes sense. This is my standard drawing kit that has almost everything I would ever want to draw. But what I want to do is my favorite thing. I think I'll take the 08. Do one big outline on the whole thing, like a sticker. And I think I'll retain these breaks in the line from the very beginning that I was talking about. So that he's not so much black ink that it's jarring against the coloration of his outfit. And I'll do a little bit more after I'm done with this too, to help visually separate his body from the cloak behind him, from the cape behind him. What's Master of None? And does that come from that saying, Jack of all trades, master of none? I've never heard of that show. only been rewatching it, so it must be good. Once again, I'm dealing with this clip. Having to turn it all the way around. Interesting. What is it, Oh! Okay. So it's not just me being unaware. Because that happens a lot. I know a lot of stuff about stuff that, like, nobody else knows anything about. And then everybody else is all talking about something. And I'm like, I never heard of that. Okay, it's a romance comedy. Okay. I was going to ask. You said modern dating. I was like, oh, is it a fiction show or is it a documentary? But you say a romance comedy, so... Interesting. Is it really funny? Okay, I've got that outline done that I like. I'm going to switch from the 08 to 05, so go a little bit smaller to do that outline on the body that I was talking about. And I think I'll do... So I'm trying to do outlines that show which things are standing in front of each other, like in space, because this is flat. But, for instance, his arm here is in front of this part of his body, and this part of his body is in front of this arm. The legs are in front of the cape, etc. So that's what I'm going to hopefully show by adding some extra outlines to these parts. Oh. Wow. Hard hitting as in, like, bittersweet or... Like one of those shows that make you think about the nature of life and stuff. I think that's good. I'll just do a little bit on this bit of cloth that's hanging down from like his belly button to show that that's in front of the legs. There. Ah, that's so much better. Oh, maybe I'll do the same thing with the hood. Now I'm looking at the whole thing with that done down here. Ooh, and this part too. Boop. Yeah, I think I'll do the same thing to help show which part is hood and which part is mask. And since this hood sort of is really drapey, I'm going to try to taper the line a little bit. You can only do so much with the fine liner style pens, but I do my best to make it so it's not like this sudden thicker line. If you're hearing puppy sounds, that's Aoife. She got up. Oh yeah, and then this part where the hood is sort of billowing upwards or whatever. I don't know if billowing is the right word, but it's coming up in front of the chin. Aoife just decided to change dog beds because Chappie isn't in here today. So Aoife was over there and she got up and she laid over on that bed. Even though it's literally the same type of bed. Interesting. So what made you want to watch it a second time? Was there something that made you think about it, or it was just like, oh yeah, I like that show, I want to give it another watch? Oh yeah, happy Hanukkah everybody. I'm not a Hanukkah celebrant myself, but I saw on my calendar that it started last night. So if anybody is watching and celebrates Hanukkah, I hope it's going wonderfully. I'm also going to do the face with an extra outline as well. Yeah. Okay, I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with this inking. Now we can go to coloring. Here, I'll show you how it's coming along. Here's the inking for the moon night. Oh, I'm starting to think maybe I want to add a little hatching in the hood. Oh, I keep changing my mind. It won't be too much though, just a little bit with the O2, I think. I just want to do a little bit in the hood because the hood is so deep. It's like the darkest shadows on the whole character is in the hood. Okay, I'm happy. There. I don't know how well that's coming across. There we go. There's a little on either side of his face. Now, for real, let's color. I need my color swatch book so I can figure out what colors I want to use. Oh, I see. Oh, thank you. Thank you both of you for your compliments. Yay! Wait, I'm watching that and Love on the Spectrum US and AU? Is that a different show? I guess, are all these live action? I guess comedy, it kind of makes me think that it's live action. And as far as romantic mood goes, for some reason for me, when it gets colder, I always feel a little bit more romantic too, for some reason. What's that one about? Love on the Spectrum US and AU. Is it more like a documentary type of thing, or is it another, like, fiction show? So now I'm looking at my 4 different options of grays and comparing it to my 2 reference images. See which one I want to use. Oh, interesting. So it's more of a, it's like a, it's so adorable. It's like a reality show kind of thing. Is it one of those ones where they like just pair people up and then see what happens? Or is it more like these people found each other on their own and then they're featured in this episode or something? So with the close-up image that I have for reference, I feel like the toner gray is better. With the one that's an actual still from the show, I feel like it's more toward warm gray. But he's Moonite, so I guess I'll go toward the cooler of the 2 options. These 2, cool gray and neutral gray, they're too cool. They're too cool with some sunglasses on. No. they're too much to the cool end of the spectrum of grays here, so yeah, I'll go with toner grays. I want to start with 0 or start with 1. I guess I'll start with 1. That way I will be hopefully making everything a little darker than the eyes, and then that way the eyes can look more like they're glowing. So what I usually do is get every other color to, after I decide whether to start at 0 or 1, I get every other color after that. So start with 1 and get 3, 5, etc. Oh, Satuito, hello! Thank you for all your hard work today. Oh, that's cool that they help them out too. That it's not just for watching what happens, but to make some positive change for people. Oh, that's like a nice show. Here's my colors for Moon Knight. It's always so fun to have this little gradient. It's fun to work in the grays. Okay, so I won't even need this anymore. Well, there is gold color, but I'll save that. I will work on the grays first. So I think actually I'm going to color his whole body except for his eyes and except for the parts that are gold with this toner gray 1. And I'll just start from the top of his head and move down. I think Chappie's at the door now, my dog Chappie, but I don't want to stop while I'm working on the hood because I don't want any lines, so she's gonna have to wait for a second. Just a little bit more, Chappie, if you're still out there. Okay, hold on a sec. I'm going to see if Chappie wants to come in. She did want to come in. Good girl. Now she's getting in the bed that Aoife vacated a little bit ago. Wait, what am I doing? I'm not done. I was like, I put this marker down. I must be done with it. No, it's still all of Moon Knight to color. Ah, awesome. It does look like this is going to help make the eyes look like they're glowing. Okay, I think from here on I can go from the large chisel tip down to the bullet tip. I actually love characters with lots of details because, well, when I'm coloring with markers, because the more breaks in area there is, the easier it is to color because you don't have to worry so much about working super fast so that it doesn't show lines from dry marker being covered by wet marker. But so far so good. It looks like really nice and even. And let's see, I gotta remember not to color the gold stuff. So maybe I'll start from the bottom. I've gotta look at this reference image closer. Okay. Okay, so this moon on his chest is golden. Then there's like a I guess you'd call it a breastplate or something, underneath these wrappings so you can see some gold poking out. Align the top of this hip wrap and this circle here is also gold. Oh, looks like these little moons are gold. Anything else? Okay. I think that's it. So just got to be super careful because these are so tiny and this bullet tip is small, but it's not that small, so. And the cape. Okay, the part in the middle of this crescent is, what am I trying to say? It is gray. It's just the crescent part that is golden. And just the arm left. And you can't see the moon on this arm because it's turned outwards. Woo! Yay! It's already looking right with the way the... Oh, what is this? A pop-up thingy happened. Oh, thank you, Wolf! That's so nice of you! Wow, and I get to see another sparkling blue, 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 blue here. Thank you. Thank you from me, too, because I'm so happy to see those little events. Yay, how kind! Friday is the best! Awesome! I've never seen that happen before. Okay, so now I really am done with this T1. For now, I might come back to it later to blend. Oh, look! Wow! Oh! Now Wolf has this little thing on there that says Gifter Leader 1. That's so cool. I'm learning so much about Twitch. There's so much I don't know. And this side. Although I'm starting to think that my usual thing of doing every other marker, I kind of want, this is such a leap from here to here. I think I am going to get T2, Terminator 2, no. Toner Gray 2, so that it's a little softer of a transition from color to color. This is nice cell shading color combo. But I was wanting, because it's a moon night, so it's more soft lighting. I think that's why I'm feeling this, but I could just be explaining it to myself after the fact. I don't know. Either way, I want a little bit more transition. Aretha just got up again. And Chappie took her bed immediately. Which makes sense because Chappie usually prefers that bed. Oh yes, I like this much better. Okay, I need to go back to my other reference image. Okay, some of this is going to be my own ideas about how it should be shaded, and others will come from the reference images. So I think a lot of the face would be in shadow because of this big hood blocking the light. And maybe down here as well. Okay, now I'm going to switch to the bullet tip on the T2 marker because these wrappings on his face have some pretty good dimension to them. So I want to show them casting shadows on like an individual level. I don't know if that makes sense, but man, I see why my computer has been running its fans so high this entire time, because I'm starting to get warm in here too. Which is weird because when I went on my run this morning, the ground was so frozen that I had to run really slow. So I couldn't get warm. Like, that's how cold it was. Not anymore. At least not in my room. Yeah, I think I'll need another stream for this because there's just no way I'll be able to get all the coloring done in the next 5 minutes. So here's how it's coming along so far. No shading on the body yet, just on the head, on the inside of the hood and the face so far. So now I'm going to work on the outside of the hood. Let's see. In the reference image, the light is coming down from this way. So I think that's what I'll do, because that's the reason why there's not too many inked lines over here. It's because so much shadow is being cast on this side. Shadow, shadow, shadow. Oh, Jesus. Chappie off. Someone made some noise upstairs. Chappie barked, scared the crap out of me. What are you doing, you naughty girl? It's okay. I heard the garage door open. So something's happening on the garage door. Don't gotta bark though, Chappie. Don't gotta scare me. Don't startle me like that. Oh, it was Satoita. Chappie heard you coming. Yeah, getting the T2 marker out is definitely the way to go because I love this. The difference between the colors here. Off. She's still growling. Okay. Do I want to do more on the head? Ah, yeah, this little diamond shape with the moon in it on the hood needs to be darker. think that's good for the T2 marker on the top. Let's work on the bottom. Just a couple more minutes left. And I gotta remember these golden bits. Keep the golden bits intact. They're not colored yet. Would be nice if I can just finish the T2 marker stuff in the next few seconds. And then the cape in the background, it's actually pretty dark. Okay, nice. We're at time. I feel really good about where I got with this T2 marker. Again, I might come back to it again next week because it's great for blending once you've got all the colors down to use one of the lighter colors. But let me show you what we got today. Chibi Moon Knight. Oh, I'm so glad that I remembered his cape. I did not have it on the sketch at all last time. And the eyes, I think it's working out really well. You can see the gray so that they are outlined so that visually it helps say these are eyes, but it's a lot lighter than the dark lines, the black lines, so it still sort of suggests there's something different, whether or not it's glowing. Yay! Yay! I'm glad you think so. Woo! Okay, well, that is it for today. I'll be back next week. Schedule should be normal, no skipping anything, so I hope to see everybody on Tuesday. Oh, the little goodbye ranger, yay! Hopefully see everyone on Tuesday. But either way, I hope you have a great rest of your week, a great weekend. Thank you for watching.